Hi all, today we are going to see demo on Snowflake admin series on replication, and this demo we will cover how to create the replication group. If you have not seen my recent blog, then I would recommend you to please have a look at my blog to get the context clear before looking at this demo. And if you like my demo, please subscribe to my channel. Let's start with the demo. And in this demo, and if you are following my previous demo, you will already know that this is my primary account, which is JA97611 Europe West AWS. And in this primary account, I'm going to create the replication group. But before we create the application group, I just wanted to give you a small context. Uh, what is replication group and what is the difference between replication group and failover group? Because this is very important and very confusing question. Everybody will start thinking that both are doing the same thing, then what is the difference? And this also came to my mind when I first started with the account replication POC. So basically, if you want to see how the replication group get created, you will see, you can come to Snowflake documentation and you will see all the details over here. So this is all, this replication group uh, is doing the same thing what failover group is doing. So basically, whatever account replication can be done using failover group, the same thing can be done using the replication group. Now the thing is, what is the major difference between the application group and the failover group when both can do the same thing? Yeah, right. That's a very valid question. And most of the people, when they start first with the account replication, they will, this question will definitely come into your mind, and it's very confusing for lots of people. So the first difference is like the replication group is available to standard as well as business critical edition. So this feature is available to both the edition, starting from standard edition and business critical. Both the edition, this feature is available. While failover group was only available to business critical edition, if you follow my previous videos. This is first. Second difference is that although both will be used to replicate the object from source account to the multiple or single secondary account, while failover group help you to switch over from primary account to secondary account, and your primary account will become secondary account and secondary account will become primary account. Basically, when you do a failover to secondary account, your secondary account will become read write and primary account will become read only, right? So that you can do using the failover group, which is not possible with replication group, because replication group will only allow you or support you to migrate your objects or replicate your objects from source account to the target account or the primary account to the secondary account. But the moment you will start doing the failover, it will start giving an error that it's not possible using replication group and you have to use the failover group. So that's the two major differences between the replication group and failover group. And you might think like, on what is the use case for creating these two things, like uh, so I can think of like one of the use cases, like for replication group is only for those category of the people who don't want to do the failover part. Basically, they wanted to replicate the data not for the disaster recovery, but they wanted to replicate the data to create their replica or the replica of their source database into other region, so that they can use their secondary database for visualization purpose. So basically, it can be a good example where your organization has multiple offices across geographies, and you have a latency when your customer who is not on your primary location is trying to access the report which is pointing to primary location, and in that case your customer is uh, facing a latency because uh, they are not into your local geographical region, and they are not getting the local region benefit. So basically the performance hit is there. So in that scenario, you might create a replica of your source database into a nearest region to your customer, or central area or the central region where most of your customers are there, so that all the visualization, all the reporting can hit to that replica database, regardless of pointing to the source database. So there will be a lag of whatever frequency you choose for your replication, but in that case your customer will see always the performance optimized data, because they are generally doing the lookup from the local region rather than taking a hop on the other region. So that may be one of the important use case, and that is an important use case from the standard edition. So for visualization you should not suffer with that issue, and because of that, or maybe one of that the important reason which Snowflake thought of and give you the similar feature but with a limitation, so that you can start taking the test of the replication of the account, but there is some limitation, and if you want to avoid those limitations you should go into a next layer of edition, which is business critical edition, and then you can start looking into the failover as well. But another reason is like whenever you look from a disaster recovery perspective, basically your business organization is in a critical application, handling a critical application, and you want to take care of your application, so that even in case of your primary account goes down, you immediately want to switch over into the secondary account, so that your customer or your application consumer will start getting the read-only views from the secondary account, and there is bare minimum or the least downtime for your application. So you can't, if you can't sustain the downtime, you can go with a business critical edition, and then you can easily do the failover from the primary to the secondary account. So if you see the create replication group, you will see that it is almost similar to failover group, except that create, instead of create replication, you have to use the create failover group, and that's it, and all the other things are same. The major differences I have already explained. The application group is also on the preview, and soon we will see this will be in the GA, but by the time it is in GA, this is in preview, and we might see some of the changes. But apart from that, I believe it is almost identical to whatever failover group can do, except doing the failover. So let's see the demo, and then we will see that uh, how it works. And before going that, we just wanted to show that in alter replication group, you will not see that uh, switching to primary, but you can do the resume, suspend, and refresh. So let's go on the primary account, and at the moment you can see I have two database which was created as part of my previous failover group demo. And in the secondary, if I refresh here, you will not see any database. Let me drop this cleanup. So let me just drop this prod.db. So it says like share is there, so let me drop the share, let me drop the database, and let me drop this Rajiv DB as well. So now there is nothing on the secondary database 1 and nothing on the secondary database 2. So I will come on my primary account, which is JA97611 Europe West 2 AWS. I will set up my context so that I am creating the object on the current database, and now I'm going to create a replication group with the same name. I'm just creating the replication group, and now if I say show replication group, it will show me one record, and this will say me the name of the replication group, and the type is replication instead of failover, which was earlier. If you are following, the primary is the primary organization name and the account name and the replication name, and then you can see that the allowed objects are database and all those objects which I mentioned on the while creating. Allowed account, you can see these are the primary account, these are the secondary account, and at the moment this is my primary replication group. And now if I say like go on the replication on the secondary one, and if I go on the here on the this worksheet, I will create the replica in the same format I have created the failover group. So I will just use the create replication group name as replica of organization, account name, and the source replication group name. So I will just create this. So now if I go and say replication group, you will see that This is my primary, which was created on the primary database, and this is secondary one database, and this is false. And this will never will be true because we can't fail over. So if I wanted to do that, then if I do that, that alter replication group primary replication group name and then primary. So let me do that. You will get the error. See, failover is not supported for replication group because this is not intended with the clear thought when Snowflake was creating that we will create two separate breed of an feature. One will support the replication only, and that will cater to the normal criteria like the read-only creation and all. But if you want to go ahead with the failover, then you have to come to the business critical edition. So now I'm not able to do that, but I can do the suspend and resume, but we will do it later on. So let me do here, and you can see that it is already refreshed. And if I refresh here, you can see that ProdDB has been already replicated to secondary account. Similarly, in this account, you don't see any database at the moment, but the moment I will create the replica group, and if I come here, now I will see the three replication group, and soon you will see that the both the database has been migrated to secondary 2 account as well. Now say if I want to suspend the replication to this account, so I can do that very well. And if I come here and do the show replication group, it will show me that this account is suspended while secondary 2 is still started. And if I come here and if I refresh, I most probably I will see the ProdDB. So you can see this here as well. So this is how you can do that. And if you want to suspend the this replication group on the secondary 2 as well, so you can go ahead and do the suspend over here, and I can also go here and suspend the replication over here. And now since I have I have resumed, so let me suspend this. So now I have suspended this on both the secondary account. You can see that both the secondary account is suspended. I can also drop, so it's the same concept like the failover group. You can't drop the primary failover group unless you do this on the secondary one. Similar in the same note, if you can't drop the replication group on the primary account unless you drop them in the secondary. So I'm just going to drop the replication group. So drop replication group if exist and replication group name. On the similar note, if I go ahead and drop here, and now if I come here and drop the replication group in the primary account, it is dropped and there is no more any replication group in the primary or in the secondary, and all is clear. So that's all about the replication group and the demo or the area I have tried to cover. Hope you have liked this demo, and if you like this demo, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.